Kilo sub-junior class, and she's coming out for a very easy opening attempt of 102.5.
So we're back, and welcome back again from Moulton College. Just to say quickly, we're very sorry you lost the stream for a little period of time there. We had a plugin that you will remember that was bringing in the scoring sheet in the bottom right. We're starting to think that that has become temperamental, and when it crashes, the software you're using is having a problem. We're very sorry about that. We are working. Hopefully we've rectified it. You won't be seeing that in the bottom right of the corner for the rest of the deadlifts. You'll have to rely on us to tell you what's going on. We promise we will do our best. As is customary, I am going to go and adjust camera number 2, and Joe, if you could cover for me for a little bit, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we've got Hannah Beard coming out now for 122.5 kilos. As we get to the end of the first round of deadlifts, and that was a very nice deadlift from Hannah. As we get to the first round of deadlifts, we'll be able to see where people fall in placings. Currently, everyone that does a deadlift turns up in first place because obviously no one else has put a total up yet. So we have Heidi Johansson coming out for 125 kilos. She's in the junior class. Everyone's an 84 kilo in this group, but we have juniors and sub-juniors competing at the same time. So here's Heidi. 125 kilos. Just taking her time to set up. Heidi pulling sumo today. And we have 3 white paddles from the referees. Okay, Diana's coming out now for 130 kilos. She's in the juniors. And she made short work of that. No messing about at all. 3 white paddles from the referees. So we seem to have been plagued by gremlins this weekend with the referees' lights, the score sheet, and the various bits of the live stream. I hope it hasn't spoiled your enjoyment too much. We'll do our best. We haven't got the graphics on the screen anymore, but we'll do our best to keep you up to date with what's going on. And that was a lovely 130 kilos from Georgina MacDonald of Yorkshire North East. Sian Arterton is next out. She's from the East Midlands, and she's coming out for 132.5 kilos. Looking very composed as she comes out, deadlifting without a belt. A lot of lifters feel that the belt just gets in the way of the deadlift position. And that wasn't super fast, but it was nice and smooth, it was very controlled, and it wasn't too hard. And she got 3 white lights for that. So here comes Ruby. I'm not going to attempt her surname, there's no way I would do it justice. She's from the North Midlands and she's in the juniors. So she's coming out for 135 kilos to open her deadlift account. Just taking a moment to make sure her foot placement is absolutely perfect. Sets her upper back. And puts that down almost with disdain. Big smile as she walks off. So that was 3 white lights for Ruby. We have Ellie Swanky coming out for 140 kilos. Ellie is a sub-junior. I think she's in 3rd place in the subs. This will all become a bit more apparent once everyone's got a total in. Quite a tall lifter, quite a long way to move the bar. Okay, we have some Sophie Coombs coming out next. Okay, Sophie Coombs is coming out for 145. And that looks like a good lift to me. Yeah, that's 3 white lights from the referees. Okay, so Samantha Edgar is another one of our sub-juniors. She's coming out for 147.5 kilos. That looked very comfortable. That looked like a good opener. 3 white lights for Samantha, all the way from Scotland. Next we have Katie Yates of the Northwest Division, coming out for 150 kilos.
And we're back. Thank you, Joe, for covering while I fiddled with cameras and other bits and bobs. Just to recap, you did lose the stream a little bit there, and we do apologise. We're hoping this will remain solid from this point onwards, because meanwhile I will just let this lift happen.
The grip has gone. It looked like quite a tough pull as well for an opener, and we know that Katie's not had the longest time to prep for this competition.
It wouldn't be surprising if grip strength needs to come back up. So just to recap, we have killed the thing that we believe was taking down the stream, so we hope that from here on out, touch wood, there are no more surprises. We promise if there are, we will do our absolute level best to run around like mad things and get it going as best we can. Okay,
we have Stephanie here. She's our world bench press champion, and that's a very comfortable deadlift there, choosing to deadlift without a belt, and she's got such a character, brings so much personality to the platform. Love to see that. Next up we have sub-junior world champion. In fact, we've got 3 world champions coming out in a row here. We've got junior bench press champion Stephanie Carrillo-Chavez, followed by sub-junior world champion Danielle Ellington, and we're going to see junior world champion Crystal Williams coming out after her. So Danielle has called for 170 kilos for her first lift.
Power is loaded, 170 kilos, Danielle Ellington.
Here she comes. She pulled 196 in Calgary, and that sounds to me like that might have been a world record, you know. So not only a world champion, but a world record holder. Nice little smile there. She knows she pulled a good deadlift, and she got 3 whites from the referees.
Fantastic work here. Just worth a big shout out to Eleiko and SPD, our sponsors for today. We're Light Up Media. We're delighted to be here, and very, very happy to have been given this opportunity by British Powerlifting. We're here at Moulton College in Northampton, where the farm powerlifting team, under the keen eye of Kevin Jane and the platform management of Mike King, have run a very tidy, swift and fantastic competition.
Here comes Crystal, 200 kilos for her opening deadlift. So Crystal pulled 212.5 I think it was at Calgary.
This is an impressive.
But certainly her junior British record is 212.5. Actually, she did it in February at the British Seniors. Okay, a little bit of work at the top there, but that is characteristic of Crystal's deadlift. It's worth pointing out that Crystal won the senior British women's in the 84 kilo class this year. So she is if she wins here today, which is fairly assured to be honest, she will be a double British champion.
Fantastic work there. Big shout out to everyone watching on the stream. Thanks so much for sticking with us, especially when we had those couple of quick blackouts. We super appreciate it. We also appreciate likes and subscribes and shares on your social media if you get a chance. So, coming up next, we have Chloe Wabi with 110 kilos for deadlift number 2. Yeah, we're back to the top. We are just starting our second attempt on deadlift. So, Chloe is in the sub-junior category. Currently sat in 4th place. Here she comes. Deep breath, gets herself set under the bar, pulls the bar up. And that was quite comfortable. Yep. The competition will rocket through at this stage, of course, because the deadlifts are shorter. And from the referees, that gives her a 252.5 kilo total. She's in 4th place at the moment. Next up we have Hannah Beard. She's in the juniors, and she's asked for 130 kilos for her second attempt. And she's shot onto the platform.
fired up to pull this.
Takes a deep breath, gets herself set, and...
Ooh, it's a tough one.
Yep.
Wasn't easy, but she stuck with it. It was nice and smooth. And she got 3 white lights for it.
Heidi Johansson coming out for 130 kilos. Gets herself set. Checks that her belt is where it needs to be and then makes sure it is. Hook grip. Takes a deep breath and up it goes.
A little bit of a wobble at the top. Just a little bit of a balance issue. She got 3 white lights, so nothing to worry about there. That put her into 6th place in the juniors.
Exceptional work. Diane coming up for 140, deadlift number 2.
So she's put 10 kilos on her opener, which I think is fair enough. Current total 317.5.
Superb.
Yeah, 3 white lights and a big smile.
It's always great to see those big smiles when they get what they want. Georgina McDonald, 140 kilos.
So we have 3 ladies all on 327.5 kilo totals at the moment. Might get into a little bit of a battle in the midfield there.
It's herself set. Pulls it up.
Slow off the floor, but snaps to lockout. Very nice. 3 white lights for that. The speed of this loading team, we've got Mike King and Kevin Jane just zipping through those weight changes. This is Sian Arterton. She's coming out for 140 kilos. Currently on a 347.5 kilo total and in 5th place in the juniors.
Gets herself set, pulls it through. Yeah, no problem there, was there?
Yeah, a little bit slow, but you know, for a second attempt, that was fine. I think she's got a little bit more there.
So he walks off looking happy.
Yep, 3
Walks
white
off looking
lights.
relaxed as well, which is always good to see.
So we have Ruby from the North Midlands, currently in 5th place. Just looking through the... Yeah, she's going to move herself up considerably here. I think 3rd might be a little bit out of reach for the moment.
Takes a deep breath, gets herself set. Dips and lifts.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good deadlift.
Okay, so that moved her up to 4th place. Ella Swanky is a sub-junior. She's currently in bronze medal position. Will this move her up? No, do you know, I think 2nd might be a little bit out of reach.
Ellie Swanky, 145 kilos. That she comes, adjusts her belt on the platform, which is the only thing you're allowed to adjust on the platform.
Absolutely.
Takes a deep breath.
Oh, and it's tough off the floor. That's a hard pull. She did. Oh dear, and she's put it down again.
No,
Yeah,
that
she
was
didn't wait for the down command, and you know, that took a lot out of her. That was a really hard pull. I doubt she'll be able to pull that again. That's such a shame. I think she's thrown that away.
She's
Okay,
got
so
out of position there, didn't she? Yeah.
Katie's coming out for 150 again. Her grip went at the top, and it was quite a tough pull.
There it is.
And she's got the down command. Absolutely, she's back on the ball. She's had a bit of a shaky day, if I'm honest, Katie. But she's in the game, and she's in. Is that 5th place? The light's shining on the score sheet a little bit. I'm not entirely sure.
So,
but Katie is currently on a 340 kilo total.
Sophie Coombs, 155 coming out. Nice thing for there, Katie, is that she's not bombed out. She stayed in the competition. So that's good.
Well, that's
isn't
always a bonus.
Always a bonus.
That's your 2nd hurdle to overcome, isn't it? First is weighing.
Yes, yeah, and 2nd is not
putting up a total is the 2nd one. So Sophie Coombs here for 155, and whether that was she just didn't manage to get into a good position to pull, or whether it was just too heavy, it's a bit hard to say at this point. She's currently still in bronze medal position with a 370 total, but Ruby is on 360 behind her, so I don't think she's safe. This is Samantha Edgar coming out for 157.5 kilos, looking very fired up.
Takes a deep breath.
Currently in silver medal place in the sub-juniors. Oh, was that well locked out? Yeah, the referees were happy with that. Okay, so that gives her 350 kilo total at the moment and a silver medal position. I don't think she can really move up to gold medal position here. Danielle Ellington, as you'd expect from a world champion and world record holder, is absolutely dominant in the sub-juniors. But here comes bench press world champion with some quite snazzy socks there, doing a little dance as a setup.
Deep breath, gets herself set. Lovely
quite a
position.
Big jump to
straight
her
up.
second attempt, but she had no difficulty with that, and she's got herself 3 white lights.
And a dance off the platform again, which is what we like to see.
So Stephanie's in second place in the juniors with 425 kilo total.
Big shout out to everyone watching on the stream. We are in the situation again where we're prioritising streaming things upward with the 4G sticks. So fortunately we're not getting any feedback from your end, but appreciate you being here. Really appreciate everyone's support. Do keep liking, do keep subscribing. We super appreciate it. Here comes Stefiana.
Here comes Danielle Ellington for 180 kilos at 81 kilos body weight. That's well over double body weight. But I'm pretty sure she's got a world record in deadlift, so this shouldn't give her too much problems. Ooh, I spoke a little bit too soon there. That was tough off the floor, wasn't it? And hard to lock out.
It was tricky, wasn't it? Yeah, so she seemed like she found things a bit hard today, Joe. Is that fair, or am I imagining that?
You know, I think a lot of the lifters this afternoon, for whatever reason, have not really performed at their best. Danielle's best deadlift is 196, so you would think that 180 would be very comfortable, but, you know, that didn't look that easy. Now we have the awesome Crystal Williams coming out for 210 kilos. This is only a little off her best.
Big deep breath, gets herself composed. Obviously she pulled 200 with her first. 210. See how she gets on. Big deep breath, and
it's going, but she's struggling to lock it out. Is she going to make it through?
Oh, what a war.
She can't quite lock it. This is a feature of Crystal's deadlift, to be honest, that fast off the floor, but lockouts a struggle. But you know, that was so close. So close.
So close indeed.
Right, back round to the top in Group A. This is Chloe Waby from the North Midlands. This is her final lift of the day. Currently in 4th place in the sub-juniors.
So, just time for a quick shout out to absolutely everyone here at the Farm Powerlifting Club in Moulton College. They've put on a fantastic show over these last couple of days. Supported the lifters, the spotters and the loaders have been absolutely excellent. Kept people safe. Got people what they needed to get and driven everything forward in a fantastic way. So only fair we say thanks to Kevin Jane and his team here, and of course Mike King for running a tight platform as if it were ever in doubt. Out comes Chloe Waby. Yeah, 115 kilos.
This is 5 kilos up from her second attempt. Currently on a total of 252.5 kilos.
Yep.
And that's nice work from her.
Indeed.
3 white lights from the referees.
There it is, 3 white lights and a good lift of Chloe.
And next up we've got Hannah Beard, 137.5 for deadlift number 3. Worth taking a moment to reflect on what a fantastic weekend of lifting it has been. There was been races that have gone right the way down to the wire throughout. Everyone has been very competitive and brought their A game, which is a testament to the strength and depth of British powerlifting. which no doubt will continue with Hannah Beard, 137.5 kilos.
I mean, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that how young some of these lifters are.
Yeah.
We've had under 16 lifters and under 18 lifters. Everyone here is under 23, and to show such skill and strength at such a young age just shows what a great future the sport has got. Now that was a very well judged third attempt there.
Yes,
for
it
Hannah.
was, wasn't it?
Absolutely perfect. Not another gram would have gone.
And a big yes from her as she leaves the platform. It's always great to see.
Here comes Heidi.
137.5. Popular number, isn't it, Joe? That's the second person taking it.
It is. I think she's in 5th place. If I'm reading... No, I'm sorry, that's 8th place. My old eyes are deceiving me.
We've been working hard this weekend, Joe. Do you know what I mean? It's been a long one for us, but here we go.
And it's going. Can she lock it? I think she can. 3 white lights from the referees.
And a big smile, which we're going to see more and more of as the lifters finish their weekend and are happy to know that they did everything they could have done. They got everything they could have done. They put it all out there.
So that left Heidi with 335 kilos total. Here we have Ellie Swanky coming out for 145 kilos. She failed this on a second attempt.
The bar is loaded. 145 kilos for Ellie Swanky of Scotland.
Did Ellie put this down before the down command?
Yeah, so
I think it was a tough pull though.
Stick with
I think
the
it was
side
quite
camera
hard.
because you'll be able to see just what's going on with Ellie's back, which I don't think is making it easier for her. Yeah, so immediately the hips are up and then the back is curved. You
going
can't
nowhere,
lift
is it?
from there. No.
Yeah.
You have
Even if
to
she
bring
got
your
that
hips
past
under.
the knees, she wouldn't
No.
have been able to lock it out.
You just have to get those hips lower. So I don't know quite what's happened there.
It's a shame. It was really tough on a second attempt, and so jumping the down command there was a real problem for her. But she's currently, in fact, she is guaranteed bronze medal in the sub-juniors. So that's not too bad a day. Okay, we have Sian Arterton out for 145 kilos. Currently in 5th place. I think this will move her up.
Yep, happy with
that
that.
got her 4th place for the moment, and a 360 kilo total.
150 next weight on the bar. Diana Eleuterio from Greater London. Bar is loaded.
So Diana Eleuterio from Greater London is coming out for 150 kilos. We have a number of lifters coming out for this weight.
It's very close
it's a
together
tough
stance, isn't it?
lockout.
Yeah.
Pull, and she got it.
Yeah,
Lovely
lovely
smile
to
at
see
the
that, isn't
top
it?
there.
So much effort, so
Yeah.
much dedication.
You don't want to leave any kilos behind on the platform.
Absolutely.
That's how your third deadlift should look.
Yeah. Walk off happy, whatever happened, you know?
Yeah, if it's easier than that, then you could have pulled more. It's the powerlifter's curse, though, isn't it? If it was easy, you say I should have done more. And if you do more, well, you might not get it. Here comes Georgina. She looks fierce. This is Georgina McDonald from Yorkshire North East.
Hands up, she's not going to mess around, she's just going to drop and pull. And it works. She's leant back very far, but it's a finished lift.
Oh, she got 1 red light for lockout, but a 2 to 1
Doesn't
is
care.
good enough.
Someone's getting a big hug.
So
Look at
she
that.
ended up with 347.5 kilo total there, and that got her 6th place in a very competitive class.
Bar is loaded at 150 for Ruby. Sophie Coops is taking it to follow. 4 attempts remaining.
Here comes Ruby for, again, 150. 150 being a popular number for people today. I wonder if this is PR territory or whether or not it's just that people feel that this is what they've got.
She's currently in 5th place. I think this will move her up to 4th.
Takes a good grip of the bar. Gets set. Brings her, yeah.
No, just a little bit too hard today.
Yeah. Yeah, the grip went, didn't it, really, more than anything else?
Well, I think...
Oh, did she put it down?
It's a difficult thing because if your grip starts to go, you can't generate as much force, so you can't pull as hard. But if the bar isn't moving, then maybe your grip will go because you can't pull it. Sometimes it's hard to say which one is which. So we have Sophie Coombs coming out now for 155 kilos. She's currently on 370 kilo
No,
total.
she missed this last time, didn't she?
This will move her up to 380. So am I right in thinking she's currently 3rd?
Well, she's made that very much about her back, but she's got the back for it. Down it goes.
Fantastic.
Got
So
the
that's
lift.
That's a 380 kilo total for her and a bronze medal in class.
Fantastic deadlift, yeah, absolutely. Especially having missed it the second time, to have the mental fortitude to come around and bring it back is just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
So here's Katie, had a little bit of a rough day. She's going to come out for 160.
Don't take any messing about on this bar.
160 kilos. Considerable weight. She drops and... Oh, no, not today. But you say she's only had 3 weeks to prep, Joe, is that right?
Yeah, she had some time off training, she told me earlier today, and she's only had 3 weeks back to prep for this competition. So, you know, it's not the best preparation.
There's a degree of bravery just to step out on the platform, right?
Absolutely.
And if you only have 3 weeks prep, yeah.
Over 300 wilts, 340 kilo total.
It is not too shabby at all.
So, next up is Samantha Edgar. Mike King is just cleaning the bar there, as it has to be cleaned between each attempt on the deadlifts.
165 kilos is the weight.
Okay, this is quite a big jump for Samantha. She did 157.5 on her second, and she's coming out for 165. She's in second place in the sub-juniors.
She's absolutely pumped. Let's see what she's going to get. She drops her hips and puts it in her back, but
It's
that's
a tough pull, but it's going.
No,
Can
you
she?
don't want to start
It's
shouting too
ground
soon.
to a halt. I don't think
that's
that's going
unfortunate.
anywhere. That
It's
was a
good
brave
go.
attempt.
Jolly good go, but not today.
She's
Yeah.
still got a silver medal. That's not too bad.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, funny, isn't it? Sometimes halfway up she was giving it everything she got, but whether or not shouting that much loses you the core stability sometimes that you need. I don't know.
I never shout. I don't know. It's just not something that happens.
Well, I used to do a bit of shouting on my squats, and then I was told off, and I said I should be bringing that air in and using it to brace. You know, now it might just be that I shout like a bit of a fool and that they didn't want to hear it. But still, sometimes it works.
So here's Stephanie. Stephanie's pretty well guaranteed the silver medal, and she's lifted well today, hasn't she?
Up and down and no messing about, and yet a dance off the platform.
Yeah,
She's happy
she's
with
a
that.
great
That's all
character.
good.
So that's 432.5 kilo total and a silver medal in the junior 84 kilo class. So we have sub-junior world champion Danielle Ellington coming out for 187.5. Now her 180 looked tough. It looked uncharacteristically difficult, considering that she pulled 196 for a world record in June out in Calgary.
Big shout out to everyone on the stream. Thanks for sticking with us. Really, really appreciated. Thanks also for the likes and subscribes. We've had a really good day here today, and we hope you have too. We can't see any comments on the stream at the moment, I'm afraid. It's we're saving all the internet for the streaming, but massive shout out to all of you. We really super appreciate it. Here comes Danielle Ellington, 187.5 kilos. And she drops it down, she gets set, and
that's hard. Will she be able to lock that?
Tricky sticking point, no.
Can't get the hips
No.
through.
I mean, there's great drive off the floor, but then it's suddenly like all of the energy goes into that, and then suddenly the position is gone, isn't it?
My deadlift's just the same, to be honest. Shoots off the floor, can get anything past my knees.
Right.
Can't lock it out. So here comes Crystal. She was so close on her second attempt with 210. She's coming out for the same weight again.
But of course, then it becomes, how much did it take it out of her, you know, getting that close?
It was very close, but she just couldn't quite lock it out. I wonder if she can just get a better position at the bottom. She just might be able to bring it to lock out. She's got the whole room behind her. Everyone wants to see this go.
Absolutely.
She's absolutely assured first place. There's nothing to risk here.
Deep breath.
So she's adding the junior British title to her senior British title this year. And of course, European and world titles as well.
Okay, so it's faster off the floor, which means that maybe she has the...
It's not going, is it?
No, and it was sensible to put that one down.
Head, but,
so that way, I mean, she made an adjustment. She was faster off the floor, but of course, then the tricky point is further up. You'll not get the momentum by that point, will you? You won't bring it back around. So, final group.
Okay,
strap
we
in,
have
folks.
less than 20 deadlifts to go.
It's going to fly by, everybody. Thanks so much, always again, for everyone who's joined the stream, everyone who's liked and subscribed. We super appreciate it. It's been a fantastic 2 days lifting. Just a good time to say thank you to the absolutely wonderful Jo Wiley, who's been commentating with me today. She is the master of the spreadsheet, where I can only flail around in the dark, and she knows a great deal about powerlifting as well. And so thank you very much, Jo. It's super appreciated all your time this weekend.
Well, I think I've never spoken so much in 2 days. I might have to invest in some cough sweets for tomorrow.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so we're into the super heavyweights now. We have the 84 plus sub junior Amy Enivo coming out for 107.5 kilo deadlift. I'm making short work of it.
Indeed.
Deadlifting in knee sleeves. I always think that must be really tough on the knee sleeves, and I hope she's got some different ones for squats, because she's going to rip the hell out of them on the knurling of the bar.
Well, if she doesn't, she can always pop across and see our sponsor, SBD. Oh, that was smooth, wasn't it, Joe? And also, she can pop across to see Eleiko and buy a bar to lift with her new knee sleeves, or not. Either way, thanks to Eleiko and SBD, who are our sponsors of British Powerlifting, whose input we hugely appreciate.
Okay, this is Yoma Tare coming out uncharacteristically not for a record. I think most things she's done today have been sub-junior records, but look how easy that was.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's going to put a lot more weight on that before she's done.
Is.
She's currently in first place in the 84 kilo sub-juniors. She's got a 327.5 kilo total at the moment. We've got Abby Louise Lane coming out. She's under 16, and she's coming out for an under 16 British record. Just to be clear, she competes as an under 18 lifter as sub-junior.
Wow.
But we maintain under 16 records as well, and she smoked that. I think that gives her a full set of... I'm just trying to see if she... Yep, she's got the total record as well. So she's got the squat, bench, deadlift, and the total record in the under 16 category.
Well, she needs to leave some records for the rest of us.
In fact, I think she's... Yep, we've missed the fact that Yoma Tare took the sub-junior total record with her first deadlift.
It's literally more records than we can keep count of.
I can't keep
This is the absolute strength of British powerlifting at this
Melissa
point.
Bird's deadlift there. She came out, she did 142.5 kilos. That puts her on a current 365 kilo total. So we now have Ramandeep coming out for 157.5. These are the junior 84 plus lifters. We've got 3 sub-juniors, 3 juniors.
Ramandeep, training out the Commando Temple gym in Deptford. Takes a deep breath. I'm sure this will be a very tight and... Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's very close between Ramandeep and Melissa.
Oh, really? Are we into a war?
But she's opened 15 kilos heavier, so she's now pulled a clear 20 kilos into the lead.
There we go. So the final leg.
But we have Charlie Chester coming out now for 170 kilos. She's done a lot more. I know she's pulled 200 kilos in training. Here comes Charlie Chester of Bournemouth Barbell. An absolute credit to Coach Paul Rees. She has done 200 in competition. She did it at the juniors last year. Oh dear. Lost her balance.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It could happen with sumo, can't it?
Yeah, lost her balance at the top, so she put it down before the down command. I think she'll probably go up anyway. But, you know, there's a title on the line here. Does she want to not win the juniors when she's 50 kilos ahead? So that's a risk to take now, isn't it? Is she going to put the same weight in again?
I'd just put the same weight in again and get it pulled. I'd flip to conventional if I had to. Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see what she's going to do.
Yeah, of course. There is I appreciate the school of thought that says, I'd have worked it out anyway. But I think if your title's on the line, you know.
Yeah.
Because, you know what, I think I would think about it for a long, long time after if I did.
It's true. It's true. I think she's capable of a lot more.
Amy
but she has her back problems. Now this is Amy. This is her second lift at 115 kilos, and she gets 3 white lights. So that puts her currently on a 260 kilo total. So it's actually quite close now with Yoma Tare and Abby Louise Lane. There's only, if my eyes don't deceive me, there's only 5 kilos in it. So, Yoma Tare is coming out for 135 kilos, which is 10 kilos up on her opener, but her opener was super easy.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, her opener looked like something that she could pull multiple times, so let's just see how this one goes. I'm willing to bet it's going to go very quick, much like that.
That's very easy. So that extends the sub-junior total record to 337.5. I mean, she's put 50 kilos on the British sub-junior record. So Abby Louise Lane is coming out for 150.5 kilos. She took the under 16 British record with her first lift. This will take the under 18 record as well. And I think it will put her in the lead.
She's come out with a...
Oh, not quite.
Come out with absolute purpose
but
here.
It might give her a really useful chip.
Pull.
3 white lights for Abby Louise Lane and a sub-junior record to add to her under 16 record.
So she takes the lead, yes?
Yep, and she's got the... No, not quite.
Oh,
she's
not quite.
4.5 kilos behind. But she has a useful chip now. She has a half kilo chip on her deadlift, which Yoma doesn't have that luxury.
Of course, because she's not pulling
so
from
that
Melissa
might come in
Bird.
really useful. So here's Melissa with 152.5. 3 white lights give her 375. Now she lost a bit of ground. She was really close on subtotal, but she's lost a bit of ground on deadlifts to Ramandeep. So she's in 3rd place at the moment. That's providing Charlie does pull her deadlift when she comes out. She has come out for the safe 170 repeat.
So here is Ramandeep. She's gone up 12 kilos, I believe, but I think she's good for it. And
yeah,
yes, she
nice
is.
and easy.
There she goes. Perfect.
No, what she's going to want to do now is just keep Melissa behind her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because what Charlie does is what Charlie does. So as long as Ramandeep keeps...
So Charlie has done the sensible thing. She's coming out for 170. She can take whatever leap she likes in her last, but she needs to pull a deadlift.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't
in order to get the title.
Have a bit of a whoopsie moment, does she? Deep breath and up it goes. And yeah,
right.
2 to 1.
A red on. I'm waiting for the colour of the card. Yellow. Okay, I don't know what that was for.
Wobble at the top.
That would have been a blue.
Okay.
So I don't know what that was for, but it was 2 to 1, which is good enough.
Yeah, so she's over 170. So she now is comfortable in the lead, isn't she?
Action is moving too fast for me to keep up here. We have Amy coming out for her final deadlift. We're on the home straight now. We have 6 more deadlifts to go. Here comes Amy. 120 kilos for her 3rd deadlift.
Here she comes, gets set, pull. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good day's lifting right there.
Okay, that's a 265 kilo total and a bronze medal in the sub-junior 84 plus category. So now it gets interesting. We have Yoma Tawe, who's broken a whole bunch of under 18 records today, coming out for another 10 kilo increase, so she's looking for 145 kilos. Currently on a 337.5 kilo total. Mike King giving the bar a good brushing there to make sure she can get the absolute best grip possible.
Here she comes. She hasn't put a foot wrong today, so let's just see how this moves. I suspect it will move very fast indeed. Pull. Yep.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
3 white lights, and that gives her 347.5 kilos. She's currently in gold medal position in the sub-juniors, but I expect to see a big YOLO attempt from Abby Louise Lane to try and get that position off her.
And why not, right?
Yeah,
now's the time.
Absolutely. She's put a 17.5 kilo increase in for a deadlift, but we've got Melissa Bird coming out first for 160 kilos. Currently in bronze medal position. Oh, that was a little bit ragged, but she got it. No points for style, as we say.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, no points for style. It's a shame.
So that didn't move her up. She's assured the bronze medal in the 84 kilo junior class.
So
now we have it.
So this is Abby Louise Lane's last attempt to pull into 3rd, is it, or?
It's 2nd.
She's already in 3rd. Okay, so she's making a play for 2nd.
In fact, I'm sorry. She's going for gold.
She's going for gold.
This is all or nothing. This is pulling for first place.
Fantastic, and this is what we like
As
to
an
see.
under 16 lifter, can she do
is
it?
not
Super
messing
tough.
about
She's
at all.
not going to
No,
lock
that's
that
not
out,
gonna
is
go.
she?
Whoop.
Well, you know what? There's some kudos in being able to come out and pull for gold.
Yeah, come out swinging, right?
Yeah,
why
absolutely.
Not? Yeah,
As
of
an
course.
under 16 lifter to come out and take a whole bunch of British records and under 18 British records as well. And she has under 16 records in squat, bench, deadlift, total, and an under 18 total record as well. Deadlift record, I'm sorry. So now we have
Last two
Raman
lifts. Raman Deep. Hasn't put a foot wrong all day. She already has the silver.
The last deadlift looked really comfortable.
Yeah.
I would expect her to pull this.
Her coach there in the background, Dr. Stevenson, prepared her really, really well for this. Let's hope that she ends her day on the ending it would like to have. Pull.
And it's going,
Well,
and that looks good to me.
I'm not a foot wrong all day, right?
That's a silver
Fantastic
medal for
team
Raman
effort.
Deep.
Yeah, absolutely. Great work by the team there. Big shout out to everyone.
Because
from the
Charlie
Commander Temple down in
Chester
Deptford.
missed her first and had to come out for it again just to make absolutely sure that she was going to get that title, she's taken a 20 kilo jump for a third deadlift. You know what? I can't see any reason she won't do it. She's not had the best day. Her squat was tough, her bench was tough.
So, last chance to say a thank out to Aliko and SPD, our fantastic spotters, who have supported British powerlifting for a long, long time. It's the last deadlift of what will be been a fantastic weekend of competition. Let's get our heads down and go on, Charlie.
Last
Finish this
deadlift of
right.
the day. We can hear the support she's got in the
The room's
hall
going
here.
crazy, and well it might.
We've got the MC whipping the crowd into a frenzy. And here we
Deep
go.
breath.
And
Drops
it's
it
going.
and
Look
pulls
at
it.
that.
There it is.
Absolutely beautiful.
No doubts. The lights go up. She walks off happy. And what
smile
a
from
way to
Charlie.
cap a fantastic weekend of lifting. Thanks adieu to Joe Wiley, who has been brilliant, has stepped up to do the commentary and has done a whole weekend.
I've loved it, to be honest.
And we've loved having you, Joe. Please come back next time. It's been an absolute pleasure. Of course, we must say thank you to the Farm Powerlifting Club here at Moulton College. They have kept the spotters and the loaders humming along and the competition flying along at a fantastic pace. Massive shout out, of course, to Aliko and SPD, the sponsors. Shout out to British Powerlifting, who put this all together. Shout out to all of the people on the stream who have kept it going, have kept the likes and subscriptions coming. We super appreciate it. It's a great thing. We are Wired Up Media, and we've been delighted to live stream this weekend. Thank you for sticking with us. Of course, shout out to the referees, who are referees, not judges, and they have done fantastic as well. They're all volunteers. And finally, of course, we must say thank you not just to the lifters, but everyone who stands behind the lifters, whether that be coaches, parents, the people who drive the cars, the people who put up with the diets, the people who support them when they're down and pick them up when they need to be picked up. We are Wired Up Media. We are signing out. We took your advice last time. We took your comments last time about wanting to see the podium positions, and so we're going to keep one of our cameras running. However, we really must start packing down if we are to get our staff home before midnight. So you might find that you lose sound, and you might find at some point you lose vision, but we will try and keep the stream going so you can see as much of the platform and the podium as it is. However, this is us unofficially signing out. Thank you again, Joe.
Cheers. Good night.